Find the derivative of y equals the fourth root of t minus 3 over the cubed root of t minus 4. Then evaluate y prime of 1. Y is made up of three terms that are adding and subtracting together. Each of these terms can have their derivative taken independently. Since we have roots, we're going to want to rewrite those terms as fractional exponents. The first term is the fourth root of t to the first power. That means t to the first power, but then fourth root means a denominator of 4. The second term has a 3 over t to the first power and then cubed root. T to the first power and then cubed root means 1 over 3 for its exponent. And then we have a minus 4. Now that second term is a constant over t to the 1/3. That t to the 1/3 can be moved to the numerator by writing it as a negative exponent t to the negative 1/3. And then we have minus 4. We can now take the derivative y prime, which can also be written as dy dt. The first term is a power rule. We'll bring the 1/4 down, t raised to the 1/4 minus 1, which 1 is 4 over 4. The next term will be the negative 3, bring down the negative 1/3, and subtract 1 from its exponent. Since it's over 3, I'll subtract 3 over 3. And then the last term, the negative 4, without any t's, is a constant, and therefore its derivative is a 0. Now we just have to work out each of these terms here. We will have 1/4 times t raised to the 1 over 4 minus 4 over 4 is negative 3 over 4. And then a negative 3 times a negative 1/3 will become a positive. That 3 can be thought of as 3 over 1 if that helps, and it'll be a positive 3 times 1, which is 3, over 1 times 3, which is 3, and 3 over 3 is a 1. So that'll be just a 1 t to the negative 1 minus 3, which is negative 4 over the common denominator of 3, so negative 4/3. Since these exponents are negative, we can rewrite these by putting them in their respective denominators. That first one, the t to the 3/4, will go in the denominator with the 4 that's already there. So 1 over 4 t to the 3/4. The second term can move to the denominator, which will leave a 1 in the numerator, and it'll be t to the 4/3. There's our derivative. The next thing we can do is evaluate y prime of 1, which means to plug a 1 in for each of the t's. That'll be 1 over 4 times 1 to the 3/4 plus 1 over 1 to the 4/3. That first term is 1 over 4 times 1 to the 3/4. That means take the fourth root of 1, which is a 1, and then cube that. Plus 1 over 1 to the 4/3, which means to take the cubed root of 1, which is 1, and take that to the 4th power. Well, 1 cubed is 1 times a 4 will give us a 4. And 1 to the 4th power is a 1. And so we have 1 over 4 plus 1. We can multiply that 1 by 4 over 4 to get a common denominator. And that will give us 1 over 4 plus 4 over 4. 1 over 4 plus 4 over 4 is 5 over 4.